guys, welcome back to Cheaters of Future Christian Kids TV. Hope you're doing well. This is Miss Chrisma. Welcome back. Today's story is a continuation where we left off of the Hebrew slaves being saved from Egypt, and now they're in the wilderness, wandering for 40 years. Why are they wandering for 40 years in the wilderness? They're wandering in the wilderness because they've forgotten about God. And God was very disappointed with them because of worshiping the creature. How did they survive in the wilderness, you may ask? What did they eat? They slept in tents, and what did they eat? They ate manna and quail every single day. They don't have to work for it. They don't have to do anything. Every day, God will give them that. They still complain, whine every single day. I am sure if you were God too, you'd have been upset with the amount of complaining these people are giving him every single day. They say they'd rather go back to Egypt and become slaves once more than eating the same thing every single day. The same thing they don't have to work for. Right. Very interesting. Stay tuned and find out. The reason is Moses was called by God. After a few times they stayed there, and God wanted to, because God is God of order, He wanted to bring order into their lives. Something very important for a human being. So God called Moses up in the mountains and asked him to receive these 10 commandments. These are rules for people to follow. And God, by His own finger, wrote on the tablet 10 commandments, which are here up today. Number 1. Commandment number 1, you shall have no other gods before me. That's right. Only the Creator deserves all our attention and praises. Our Creator, God. Number 2, you shall make no idols. Meaning, don't make anything else your idol. It could be anything. It could be your job. Do you put your job first? Do you put money first? Do you put your family first? Do you create a statue, a rock that you're worshiping apart from the Creator? Number 3, you shall not take the name of the Lord God in vain. Do you swear a lot using God's name? Do you accuse God for things that He did not do? Number 4, keep the Sabbath day holy. Meaning, you should make some time for the Lord. Number 5, honor your father and mother. If you respect your mom and mother and father, you'll have a long life. Number 6, you shall not murder. That's God's job. You should not hurt other people. That's not your job. That's not for you to decide to take someone's life. It's precious to the Lord. Number 7, you shall not commit adultery. Once you get married, you and your spouse are of a covenant with the Lord. No bad shall come to break your part, but you shall not allow to cheat on your wife or husband with another person. Number 8, you shall not steal. Don't take something that's not yours. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. Do not lie. 10. You shall not covet. Don't wish for what others have to be yours. Be content with what you have, and if you want more, ask the Lord. When he had brought forth the commandments to the people down from up the mountains, they were already worshiping idols that they created. That's how a human being are. They were craving the Lord, but they didn't know what they were craving. They were craving to have a connection with their Creator. But they turned into the wrong place. They create this gold. They put together a creature with the shape of an ox made of gold. And they were bowing down to worship it. They had turned away from the God who had rescued them from Egypt. Just a few minutes ago, they've forgotten all about it. What God has done for them. This made Moses really mad and disappointed. And he told them, whomever will not live by the rules will die by the rules. So whomever will live will not gonna commit to receiving the 10 commandments, they are going to die. They will disappear like dusts. So they were in the wilderness for 40 years until all who disobeyed God and who will not live by the rules passed away. However, their descendants were the ones who were going to see the promised land. Time came and God called Moses up in the mountains, and he died peacefully. And they never found his body because God took him. And God had appointed another leader for the people, Joshua. Joshua will lead the people to the promised land, the land of honey and milk as God promised. But first, there is a big wall on that land that must come down. The wall of Jericho was big, strong, that those who live inside it said, nobody has able to break through. It has kept them safe for years. And those people who live inside it, they are strong. They're warriors. So nobody could come close into the city. They are always winning. They always win with their wall. A strong, big wall of Jericho. But this wall must come down for the people of the Lord. God told them the wall must come down first for them to take over the city. Joshua appointed 7 priests, where each given duty to play a shofar. This is a horn. They have to keep blowing the horn all times, even if they get tired, until they finish the marching of the day. They had to march as God instructed them for 7 days and 7 times each day. And then he told soldiers to grab their weapon and walk in front of the priests for 7 days. So they did as they were told. On the 7th day, the priests blew their horns. They were told on the 7th day they have to blow their horns really hard. And people will cheer after they finish the round marching. The people of Jericho thought God's people were mad because how can they do what they did so ridiculous, marching around every day around their big strong wall. Let's see who is strong, their God or our wall, they said to themselves. But they continued to march, and soon the big wall came crashed down to the ground. The Israelites got what was promised to them by the Lord. They didn't have to fight with weapons or anything like that. Their God was able, their Lord is stronger than 10,000 armies, than all the 10,000 armies they had behind that wall. And the wall of Jericho came tumbling down. Wow! How